What's up, viewers? Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a little bit, about a week. I'm just been trying to, live my life. So I had a couple requests for a quick little something, trying to get out the door, not doing too much. So I'm not doing any eyeshadow for this one. I'm just gonna try and put myself together, like, run errands. I don't know if it's gonna be a fresh face, but it's gonna be a minimalistic face, put it that way. So yeah, let's get into it. Hope you stick around, and I'll see you in a little bit.
Skin girl, your skin just like pearls. You're back against the world. I never trade you for anybody else. Say brown.
So first things I want to say is, okay, when it comes to my eyebrows, right? They're not plucked, so maybe I should pluck them first. I'll be back. Alright, so we're gonna get into this face. As I said, it's not gonna be something all lavish. No, I normally take a while to do my eyebrows, but I do my eyebrows last, so we see how long it's gonna take. I want to say quick beat. I'm gonna see if you could do this in 15 minutes. Have I tried this? No, because I generally don't do quick, just put me together looks. I mean, I normally don't do like, I just need to make myself look presentable to leave the house type thing. I usually just go commando, no makeup, no eyebrows, nothing. So yeah, let's get into this and we're gonna see how it comes out. I'm just going to put on my recorder. All right, so set my timer for 15 minutes and yep. So first things first, I'm gonna get into is a little bit of primer. I'm not gonna moisturize, and I'm gonna use this Too Faced Hangover primer, and I'm just gonna put that everywhere and then rub that in. I'm gonna see how this works out. As I said, I haven't done this before, and please forgive me if the breeze is too loud. I have my windows open and it was a storm, so yeah. So I rubbed that in nicely. Now I'm going to go in with my Fenty Beauty in 450, and I'm going to put that all over as well. Grab me a beauty blender. Oops, no, actually I'm not gonna use my beauty blender for this. I'm gonna use my Morphe brush in M439. As I said, I'm not going for a real flawless look, just something so that I can leave the house and look presentable. Alright, so after that I'm going to go in with this Allegra Pro Conceal and Cool Tan. I actually got this from my drugstore haul. That was the first time I had ever used it. Heard about it but never used it, and I like it. So yeah, it's gonna be me continuing to use it. That was what I took out of that one.
Maybe I'm at the front door.
blender. As you can see, blend it out nicely, and it blends out flawlessly, of course. I chose a color that is a couple shades lighter than my skin tone, only because I need something that's gonna make me look a little bright and awake. So that's the reason behind that. Now I'm gonna go in with my Bobbi Brown foundation stick in Cool Espresso. I always forget the name of this, I don't know why. So I just put it on the sides of my cheeks and then blend that out in an upward motion. And as you can see, on my nose as well. So I tend to do all my liquids first, and then I go behind and set everything. So I'm gonna go in with this Laura Mercier in medium deep and set the areas that I highlighted. And as I already said, this is something just so that I can get out of the house in 15 minutes. Nothing too fancy. You may think a lot of the steps can be optional, to be honest. Everything doesn't have to be done, so it's done to your preference. I'm not gonna go in with my setting powder for my contour, and that is MAC Sketch, and I'm just gonna set that contour. I don't really put too much on my forehead at all. I'm gonna set my nose contour. Baby, I'm by the front door. Baby, I'm by the front door. Like so. And then I'm gonna go with my MAC Studio Fix powder, my all over face press powder. I'm just gonna blend it all in. Baby, I'm by the front door. And then I'm going to do a little bit of blush to bring back some color in these cheeks. I really hope this beyond's not too much. Maybe I should just close my window. And now let's get into these brows. And for my brows, I just outline the bottom of them. Let me bring you a little bit closer for the brows. Is it blurry? Okay, there we go. So yeah, I just outline the bottom, then the top. And for this brow tutorial, I will be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz pencil in ebony, or you could use ebony or dark brown. It's completely up to you. And it already has the stick and the spoolie on the opposite end. And I pretty much just fill in all these areas that are sparse. That's it. Just making it a little bit darker towards the end. Then I go in with the spoolie and brush it through. Same thing for the other side. Brush it through so that all my hairs are going in the right direction. Gonna outline that bottom and then the top. Making sure the ends are filled in, and then towards the front, just giving it a lighter hand with strokes, just to mimic the hair, that's all. To me, it gives it a more natural look. And then I'm going to brush that through. Yep, I'm going to go in now with MAC's concealer pot. And I'm going to use my, so that's like one item I use to do my whole brow, right? Oh, sorry if I bent off a little bit off of focus. I mean outside of the screen. And then I'm just gonna use this MAC 231 brush and clean them up. And what you want to do is just take small baby strokes. Now it's your option if you want to do the top half of your brow, depending on the type of brow you're going for. And then depends on how well you are at blending all of that out. So then I'm gonna go in with this Sigma E35 brush and just give that a quick blend. Around the eye. Making sure to hold your brush at the end so that the brush does all the work. And it's not like you're fighting with it to do what it's got to do. I'm gonna now go back in with my beauty blender and just blend that out on the top and underneath, just to make sure it's all well blended. I'm going to go ahead and do my other eye so you see the difference between it being cleaned up and it still being flat. So the other one now. It for that, and go in with my same Sigma E35 brush and just blend that out, making sure to hold that brush on the end so that the brush does all the work and blending it out. go back in with that damp beauty blender again and just blend that out on the top and underneath. And then I'm gonna go back in with what I was left on my contour brush, which is my MAC 150S, and I'm just gonna brush that along the upper aspect just to blend it out so it's not giving like that halo look over my eye. And then I'm going to go in with my Laura Mercier again, and I'm going to just set that, whatever I used, set that MAC concealer under my eye. Alright, that's pretty much it. I'm going to blend out the front of my eyes so that it doesn't look so harsh. And yep, that is the timer that just went off, and I'm pretty much for the most part done, right? Mascara is optional, right? So mascara is definitely optional. I'm going to go ahead and just throw some of that on because I won't be doing any falsies. Like I said, I just need to get out the door. And I just want to look put together, right? So that is our finished 15-minute put me together. I'm gonna go ahead and set my face. Oops, I don't like how that came out. I'm just gonna press that in. Oops, if you want, you can put on gloss. I'm pretty much done, as I said. So I am going to throw on some gloss, and this is this Victoria's Secret clear gloss that I'm just going to throw on. And yeah, that's your 15-minute put me together, just to be able to go to the house and make sure that you don't look like you're not got nothing on your face. So you got a little bit of something going for you. All right, so that is that. And yes, this is how I just got myself together real quickly, just to be able to get up and move. Hope you all enjoyed this quick little tutorial, and maybe you have some of the items that I already used, because I don't think it's that much, but to some it may be much. So like I used the 3 brushes. Hold on, let me go over the brushes that I used so you have an idea. If you already have these, then this is pretty much all you would need, in my opinion. So I used this Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wheels to clean out my eyebrows. I used this MAC brush in 231. To clean it up, I used this Sigma brush in E35. You don't have to use the Sigma E35 brush. You can actually use just a beauty sponge to blend it all out. It's completely up to you. And then for the face itself, I used my Morphe M439 brush. Love this. If you don't get any brush, get one of these. I love using this first when I'm doing my beat face, and then I would use a beauty blender to blend it out even more. But if you just had that brush in your arsenal, you'd be completely fine for blending out your foundation. And then To set my contour, I use this MAC 150S brush. To set my whole face with my pressed powder, I use this Sigma, what's this one? The Sigma F20 brush. Love this, gets the face done in no time. And then for my blush, I use this Sigma F10 brush. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 brushes mainly in total for the face. And then my eyebrow pencil and a sponge. And that was pretty much it for the supplies when it comes to the face. And then other than that, I use this Laura Mercier powder. She's used. I use this Laura Mercier powder to set my concealed areas. And yes, Fenty, I love this hair for Bermuda for the humidity level. It has a mattifying finish to it. I do want to get her other one that gives you the dewy finish, because summertime, that's the type of look that I go for. Because I use powders and stuff, it mattifies it, so it like works well with each other for me. So this Fenty as my foundation. Good medium coverage to make it look like you got something on your face, but not too heavy, not too much. And then, as I said, Allegra Pro Conceal. I just started using this quite a bit as well for my on-the-go looks, because it's that medium in between highlight and just making it look like you got something to brighten up your face a little bit. So I use that in Cool. Cleaning up my eyebrows, this MAC pot that I've had for quite some time. I'm definitely going to link all these items down in the bottom for you, but I'm just giving you a little review of the items that I did use, being that it was a whole 15-minute face. I didn't have time to go over it at the time. But yeah, this MAC pot, lovely. It gives you that control that you need, especially when doing your eyebrows. You don't want something that's too runny and easily moves around. You want something that gives you a little bit of a control when cleaning up your eyebrows, and it definitely blends out very well. I mean, lasts a long time. I have hit pan in this one, but I've had this for easily 10 years. Like, easily hands down 10 years I've had this pot. You don't need a lot, so that's why I think it's lasted me a long time. And even with the humidity here, that can ruin a lot of my makeup if I don't use it. That hasn't happened to this, and I want to say it hasn't happened to it because I use it a lot. Because sometimes I would just do my eyebrows and leave the house just to say that I have something done. Even with what's going on in the world today, wearing makeup on my face and wearing a mask to work, at least I don't like to do that. So I haven't been doing it, but I was told I should just do my eyebrows, whatever. But yes, if you could just do your eyebrows and get out the house, then it even makes you look a little bit more presentable when you're going out, because you got the mask on anyway. So that for my eyebrows, to clean them up. Been using that for a while, as I already said. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Then my what I used, Bobbi Brown foundation stick in Cool Espresso for my contour. And then I set that with this MAC blush, which they don't carry no more. When I go away, I'm gonna find the equivalent to it. But this MAC blush in Sketch, I've been using this for years. The same time that I bought my concealer pot is when I bought this as well. So I've had it live. This is my second one. So I probably had this one now for about 3 years. This MAC Sketch that I use to set my contour. Because I am a melanated girl, it's hard to find pressed powders that are my skin tone. Mind you, Fenty Beauty does go up pretty high, but I haven't bought hers yet. Maybe I will try one of her bronzers to see if it gives me the same finish that I like, because I don't like it too harsh. And then my all over face pressed powder is my good old faithful MAC Studio Finish, and that is in NW50. So I love that. Sounds like a lot of products, but this is what I consider to be my basics. Can't do me no wrong. That's if you're my skin tone. However, if you're not my skin tone, you can still use these exact same ones, but just in your skin tone that you need. So all over face, never fails, my Urban Decay setting spray. Also, I also like this Morphe one. Of course, I didn't use it in this video. When I go on my next trip, stay tuned for that one. Then I will be stocking up on that as well. But yeah, I think that was everything. my Urban Decay, what's this, mascara that I used as well. And that's pretty much it, guys. I don't think I left anything out. Oh, I think I forgot to mention the blush. I also got this from my drugstore look that I had, this Allegra blush, and just for fun. Love it for my complexion. It gives me that pinkish rosy color, even though it is like a bright orange. If you use it sparingly, it does what it's got to do. So I also use this, you really can't see too well because it washes it out. I'm gonna link everything to the bottom in any event, but this Too Faced Hangover primer, this was a primer that I started using first out of all my primers that I actually ended up buying for whatever purpose I needed it for. I love the consistency of it, as well as how it goes on, and it works well with a lot of other different foundations that I have. Sometimes you can use the primer that don't work well with other foundations, so it's best to use the primer of that brand. But for this case, this seems to work a lot with me with all of my other different foundations that I choose to use for, if it's a matte finish, a dewy finish, combination, light, whatever I choose to use it for, it works well with all of them. So that's why I'm going to recommend that one. That is my holy grail when it comes to face primers. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think I got through them all. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you like this content. Give your girl a thumbs up if you stay here to see what this video was all about, and if you enjoyed it, make sure you hit that notification bell so you can see when my next video goes up. And yes, thanks for watching, guys. Wow.